Overall, I think Brexit was a vote against the establishment, against government and central banks' policy, and the trust that actually we get the recovery after 2008. And this fall off of trust is actually resulting in that people are looking at different ways to invest, particularly in an environment where the government controls the whole fixed income market, which is negative. At least here you've got not a negative yield, and you have no new supply of money. You have actually falling production. So it's actually quite an interesting way to park the money.
You mentioned government paper. Are you of the belief that, we were talking to other guests earlier this morning who were saying that, look, this is not just, forget about just Japan, this is global now. We're in a huge, massive bond bubble, and at some stage, it's all going to come crashing down. Do you hold that view?
Look, I think crashes are always possible, but I think governments can recycle the bond market in a different way, retiring it or basically force the pension funds to own that stuff. I think we can stretch that elastic quite a bit more, but the value, the intrinsic value of these bonds, which are booked right now in an account that's 100, or probably not worth 100, or more like worth 15, or even below that %. So you basically are carrying a lot of risk for whenever potentially something really goes wrong, and we know always something goes wrong. We always have once in a while a crisis.
So here's the thing, I mean, with gold, store value, I get that, where money looking for safety goes, but the problem is you don't get any return from gold. There's no yield.
You have a positive return versus the fixed income market where you have a negative return. From a point of view that having zero cost is better than negative cost. So you already have basically yield advantage on that. But I think the more important issue is you can't print gold. And you have a falling production, you've got falling inventories, and you have a demand cycle which is picking up. So you have now demand supply mismatches which are squeezing the derivative exchange. And so you have actually the perfect environment for higher prices through the squeeze on the derivative market.
1341, how much higher?
Excuse me?
1341 on the spot price right now, how much higher on gold?
How much higher it can go? I think, over the next 18 months we'll make new all-time highs.
Give me a number?
No, I'm not going to give you a number because I don't know how insane central bankers can be. They are surprising me all the time with new stuff.
Okay.
And we just had on Friday basically the ECB announcing that we're going to have standby credits of 150 billion for Italian banks. And you look at the chart of most banks in the world, they look horrific. Why? Because they have too much leverage. So we already basically start the QE4, and how high this QE4 and bailout structures and mechanism is going to go in this next round, who knows?